I'm getting a slapback effect here. Oh, who's got some technical difficulties going on? That's a freaky effect there. Hey, everybody, it's Midnight Touch After Dark. We got some freaky stuff going on here. I'm, of course, narrator speaking Mr. Rob Robot Shlomo. Coming with you from Shabby Road Studios, the shabbiest road of them all. With me is Mr. Tom Connors.
And I am here barely, but here.
Yes.
I was trying to open up the chat, so I had to see what's going on with background.
Tom had a rough day. I mean, he had to actually wrangle a piece of bread from a duck in the park.
That's how bad it's getting, man. That's how bad it's getting.
But anyway, and you showed that duck. That duck is now in a Chinese market somewhere.
You can go steal some food from a garbage somewhere.
And with us, as always, is your favorite YouTube harpy.
There you go. Makeup on. Holy shit. That's all right.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I can't beat somebody, right? I don't know what I'm talking about.
They're running that busy bee or whatever it is behind you trying to get you on the floor.
This is one, the only, your favorite YouTube harpy, the Ninja Viking warrior princess, geek goddess herself, award-winning chef, the number one pick in the WNBA supplemental draft. Yay, Miss Mecha Random.
That's sports ball. No.
Be behind you.
Well, it's the WNBA. It's the WNBA, so technically, no, it's not.
There's a busy bee or something behind you. They're going to get you, Mecca.
Yeah, it's from the Rookie Critic. Or not the Rookie Critic, Ben Parker. I saw the Rookie Critic's name pop up. Sorry. Do you ever do that? You read something that pops up somewhere and, oh, God, I'm an idiot.
It's staring at you.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. This is from Ben Parker. I need to actually put him somewhere.
What I want a toy of Bumblebee Man from The Simpsons. That's what I want.
They sell them.
Yeah, that's why I want one. Okay, well, anyway, we just got some breaking news before we went on the air here. So we have to cue up the breaking news music here. According to Gary and Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers, Benioff and Weiss have dropped out of Comic-Con. So, yeah.
Are they scared? Are they really scared? Maybe.
Yes, they're quaking their boots.
They don't want to be booed.
I think so.
So is Kurtzman going to be next? I wonder if Kurtzman will be next.
And the crowd goes mild.
Meh.
Okay, yeah, that's about the reaction. So it's a big old pile of meh.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's go on. Let's
give our little speculations as to why.
because season 8 of Game of Thrones sucked.
Yeah, that's my best guess. Is they didn't want to get booed on stage, and there is no way to stack the crowd in their favor.
Right? Yeah, because the normies are actually pissed too for once.
Yeah. Well, it was 1.5 million people on the petition, right? 1.5 million. What was it? It was easily more than 1 million people to reshoot and to retcon the entire season of Game of Thrones. It was so bad.
We reached out for comments to the organizers and of Comic-Con, and this is what they had to say about the situation. Yeah, way to go with the sound clip there. Damn it.
Here's the thing. Just because like their big thing is that oh yes, we worked really hard on it, and that's kind of the angle that they're using. I know Sophie Turner's kind of said, oh yeah, there's a lot of people who worked really hard, and for you guys to be so critical, and that's when everybody turned on Sophie Turner. Not that people were really that keen on her to begin with. Here's the thing though, when everybody works really, really hard on things, that, if it's shit, you're entitled to say it's shit, right? Why is working hard being above criticism? Seriously. A lot of people work really hard on a lot of stupid things.
I worked really hard on this. Yeah, but you still suck.
Yeah. Do better next time and we won't criticize it. It's an art form. It is art. Good art is praised. Bad art is banned.
Exactly. Yeah.
And yes, art is subjective, but you also have majority rule in a lot of cases with art. I think everybody can agree that, that at the very least the Mona Lisa is an interesting painting, even if she's not the prettiest thing, but it's an interesting painting. You can understand and appreciate the detail and the artistic expression in that painting, and if they actually gave a shit on Game of Thrones this season, I think that people would have cared a lot more. But I think a lot of the fan reaction was, "Oh yeah, you're just shoveling us crap, boo."
As much subjectivity as there is to a lot of art, though, when it comes to like movies and certain arts where there's more than at least one person involved in creating said art, I believe there's a little bit more objectivity to have, and then it's a little different is you don't have painters out there doing the Mona Lisa 6. You know what I mean? That's the difference. You don't have somebody out there painting 10 different Mona Lisas, and this is the new one this year. People are constantly remaking movies, so I think they're a little bit more objective. Same thing with television and stuff like that. But that's just my personal feelings on it.
Well. Yeah, could you imagine, coming next summer, you love Michelangelo's most famous work, the Statue of David. Now, get ready for David 2. Electric Boogaloo,
Much beefier than the first time.
Yeah, so except now he's recast by
he's buffer than ever. Yeah.
No, he would be recast and replaced by a trans woman of color or something, right? Whatever that would be, right?
At least The Rock Johnson.
Why does David have to be a white male?
Idris Elba, Peter Dinklage in blackface. What other memes do we have?
Speaking of white males, we might as well run this cast real quick before we get to the main story. What do you think, Rob? They got Yes, they're looking at some people for The Little Mermaid anyway. I don't know if anybody's actually signed on.
All right. Well, yeah, everybody's kind of.
I can just say it. Javier Bardem is in talks to play King Triton, and Haley in the Haley Bailey starring Little Mermaid. Of course, if people don't know what I'm talking about. And they
in the words,
one kid for
Harry Styles. Yeah.
Yeah.
To paraphrase Dave Chappelle, motherfucker can't even speak English.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I know where they're going with this now. Not that it really excuses the way they dropped Halle Bailey's news, but I don't know, Rob. This is just getting kind of weird.
Well, like I said, we were talking about we were talking about it at, off the air just before we came on the air, and I tend to think that if you're gonna do this, go all out. Go all that. Go all out. Tracy Morgan as King Triton.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. Why you in so much trouble? I'm so sick of all the trouble. You Ariel, you're nothing but trouble. Trouble, girl.
Cheech Marin as Scuttle. Ariel, homegirl, what's happening? Hey, you got the dingle hopper, I see. Oh.
And Halle Berry as Ariel. Thank you very much.
Well, Rob and I were just kind of goofing around before the show, and I said, if they're gonna do the Wiz of The Little Mermaid, just do it. And then I got nothing but love for the Wiz. I love the Wiz. It is.
I liked that one more as a kid than The Wizard of Oz.
It might be better this way. Yeah, Terry Crews is Triton. Yeah,
everybody wanted. Yeah.
Well, now they got little Harry Styles in talks to play the Prince guy, right? Little Harry Styles from One Direction. He's a British boy band guy.
Yeah, is All You Ever Wanted in that one of their songs? No, that's
I
the other one. I don't know.
like the
Like
best song
names.
ever was one of them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hopefully the best one ever in this movie because
They're like the gayest boy band ever. Well, there you
Right?
go. There's your gay representation in the movie.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm just not into mermaids or women.
He's prejudiced against fish.
And then the end, she's like, I don't need you, man, anyway. I don't need a man. I don't need no men. It's the new Mermaid movie.
Who else? I mean, like,
Well, that's like the quick news. We might as well get to the main story now. Thor 4.
I was just going to say Patti LaBelle, though, as Ursula. Woo! Girl, you want some legs so you can get yourself some hot white boy prince?
We'll get you a new attitude. We'll see who's zooming who while I stir it up in my pot. There you go.
Exactly.
I know songs.
Why can't we have John Waters direct this?
Oh, please. Fuck yes. Oh, my God. I think I have a mission in life.
No,
Well, that's our next animated bit. That's our next animated bit, recasting John Waters
does movies. I don't give a shit if it's just like all of them.
Yes. Well, that's our new animated series. John Waters does Disney. You're welcome. Oh man.
Oh, right. They write themselves.
He agrees. All right. Let's Ka-ching is right.
No, we have a super chat.
Darth Bobcat, Ka-ching. Danny DeVito as King Trident. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Thank you for the $2 super chat. All right. What were we before we got so sidetracked? What was the other news here?
Well, the main stories now, we got a couple. First off, you did a little news brief about this, but we haven't really discussed it yet. Yesterday, Thor 4 was announced, and Taika Waititi is busy doing that, but he's not going to be doing so much of another thing then.
He's not going to be doing Akira. No. And, okay, look at this as a blessing in disguise. Really, ask yourself, what would you rather have? Would you rather have another Thor movie, or would you rather have a really bad Americanized version of Akira that tries to do diversity and fails at it? Really? Because that's what you're looking at.
Well, I mean, who wanted it to begin with? I don't know. I mean, maybe
nobody. The people who like the anime are fans of anime. Actually, manga.
I want it because I just want to see how bad it would be. That's yeah. I want it's like I said, it's like watching, remember Milhouse on The Simpsons? I cannot watch, yet I cannot watch, yet I cannot turn away,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I want what a train wreck it would become. All right.
Well, here's my thing. It's the same thing. I brought this up before. I don't understand making anime into quote unquote live action. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be live action anyway. It's still going to be animated. Like the whole Lion King thing. Mm-hmm. Like last night we talked about Coraline. That's a stop motion movie. They're not going to do Coraline. It was just somebody started some stupid rumor and it got picked up and retweeted everywhere and was trending. But my thing was like, okay, if they actually did Coraline as a quote unquote live action movie, the original movie would be more live action than the new one because the original one was at least stop motion. There was physical puppets there. I mean, it's like I don't understand how you're gonna do an anime live action if you're gonna have to use so much CG to enhance the characters and the cities and the backgrounds and whatever it is. It makes no sense to me to reanimate everything all over again.
Oh, okay. We have this. I got to hold some test footage from a live action Akira. Okay. I'm gonna play it right now.
It took a while for that to fall so hard.
Well, it's been in development for a long time.
Yeah, I can't message in the chat for some reason, but yeah, so I can see guys' chats, but they're not. I'm gonna have to reload it or something.
Yeah, sometimes it'll sign you out.
Well, it's still going. It's just not letting me click on the typing part. Oh, there.
All right, Mary's got a dip. Have a great stream. Thanks. We're not gonna be. We'll send everybody over to your stream when we're done, Mary. Okay. So
yeah,
we'll do.
Longer. We got just a few quick things to go through. So, yeah. Speaking of Thor 4, I loved Thor Ragnarok unapologetically. I think Andre loves it just as much as I do. Rob, you were kind of meh on it, and Mecca, I think you liked.
Yeah, well, I
whatever to it, I guess, or indifferent.
For which?
Ragnarok. Did you like that?
Oh, I liked Ragnarok. I liked Ragnarok.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Wasn't too crazy about Tessa Thompson. I love Kate Blanchett.
I don't know. That was one that every single time I watched it, and it's one of the Marvel movies I've probably watched the most besides some of the earlier ones. And for some reason, I just love it more every time. And I've got the talking Hulk doll, like a big 12-inch talking Hulk doll, where he's like, "Don't kick stuff" and crap like that.
Yeah, I liked the movie. It was fun. I don't like movies like that are about people wearing the underwear on the outside of their tights that take themselves too seriously. And I know Thor technically doesn't, but he's more of a cape and shield and armor sort of dude. But like a lot of these superhero movies just take themselves way too seriously. You're supposed to be fun. Why are these not fun? And that's what worked for me about Ragnarok. So
let's just assume that Thor 4 is going to be announced Saturday. It's going to be probably going to officially be confirmed Saturday. But just let's all be glad for one thing. Natalie Portman has said she does not want to do another Marvel movie.
Well, she doesn't need to.
Well, she backed out when Patty Jenkins wasn't going to do one of the Thor movies. So we can all breathe a sigh of relief that Jane Foster Thor will not be in this next movie. So we got a couple of super chats here. Echo Big Network. I would prefer Thor the 499. Would prefer Thor 4 with Taika Waititi. I thought he did a great job on Thor 3. I think they would just destroy Akira. Yes, they would. Willie Woodward 70. Captain Hare $5. Rob, the bikers will be by any minute. I'm very disappointed that you chose trivia yesterday. Although Bubba did say you had a pretty. Oh God, you got a pretty mouth.
You got pretty mouth. I'm looking forward to this. I liked Thor 3. I think a lot of people forget how much humor was in the first movie, and I was one of those who just didn't seem to have such a problem with them giving Thor a little bit more personality, giving it a little bit more humor. I mean, he's grown as a character. We've seen him through 5 movies to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been through a lot of shit. And I love that they start to advance the Hulk a little bit more as a character as well in that movie. And I totally understand a lot of people's faults with it and dislikes with it. They're like, well, I'm not happy with it because it's either not Ragnarok or Planet Hulk. I get that. It's a hybrid. But to me, I guess, I don't know why, it's one of my more favorite Marvel movies to this day, so I'm kind of really looking forward to this.
Well, take the good with the bad, that's all.
Right. Turd Burglar, we got another super chat. I love that name. Turd Burglar.
Rubble. 499 Turd Burglar. I know this is off topic, but thoughts on Game of Thrones showrunners at D&D backing out of San Diego Comic Con the day.
We started the show with that. We thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, we said they were kind of wusses for it. That they just didn't want to face the fans and they couldn't stand to be booed.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay. Well, anyway. All right. Well, let's move on. But they are
now. Are they going to continue to work on Akira with somebody else, or it doesn't say yet, Rob?
I have no idea yet. It's being delayed because of scheduling conflicts. From what I've read, Akira they're going to push it back, and Taika Waititi, as soon as he's done working on Thor 4, he's going to pick back up on Akira. That's what I've read. Whether or not that remains the case, who knows?
Yeah, that don't generally seem to be. Well, it could work out, but
yeah, well,
that tells me. Well, here's the thing: is it more so that Disney just decided we're doing Thor 4 because everybody kind of assumed that Thor will probably be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So do you think we might see Thor in 2 different movies next year, Rob?
Maybe. I think it's a good bet. Well, Guardians won't be until 2021.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, Thor 4 probably won't be till 2021 either. Because all we're getting next year, I think, is Black Widow and Eternals, and that's it.
I think you'll see Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy in summer 2021, and then Thor 4 fall 2021, 2020, fall that year.
Probably do November like they did for the Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the other thing people got to remember, and that's probably why they're doing this now. Thor Ragnarok made, I think, more than the first 2 movies combined.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, if somebody wants to double check me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's close.
It made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was really, really well received too.
Mm-hmm. All right.
See, good movies make money.
Exactly. Oh, we got another super chat. Cotton candy haired Jeremy. What do you guys think will come first? Phrasing. Thor 4 or Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Do you guys think it'll be Thor will be in both movies? Well, we just said actually. I think it'll be in both. Yeah,
I'm not sure which order they're supposed to come out, but I think Rob's right. I think Guardians will come out in March or May, and then we'll have Thor 4 in November.
I think he'll just be.
Huh?
Do you think he'll just be like a little bit of a cameo in there, or like?
You could start out Guardians 3 with them just dropping him off somewhere. He's like, I've got to go to this place, and then they drop him off.
Or Guardians 3 shows him getting back into shape.
That could be. Yeah. Guardians could be that good. I don't know. I can't wait to see what they do with those characters. The rest of the stuff, I'm just kind of meh. Because outside of isn't Black Panther 2 supposed to be out next year too? Or
yeah, well, not next year.
They only got 2 or 3. I can't remember if they only got 2 or if they got 3 coming next year.
Well, Black Panther 2 is definitely going to be announced this Saturday. Actually, the San Diego Comic-Con panel, the Marvel panel, happens at 5:15 Pacific time on Saturday. So, which makes it 8 my time, 7:15 your time. So that's prime viewing there, Tom. We can actually react to that live.
Yeah, we might. Well, yeah, Comic-Con's going on. We've got people like Gary and stuff are going to be hanging out down there. So
yeah,
I'm sure
we're going to have to do some extra live streams this weekend to cover it.
Probably.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic.
The other big story was Tarantino still might do Star Trek. They won't quit asking him about it.
Either do it or don't, right?
Well, it's more so he's set himself this. I don't know if the word's arbitrary, but just this strange 10 movie limit. And so he's like, well, maybe I could do that, and it might be a loophole, and I can get away with doing it, and it won't count as one of my movies, and all this kind of crap. And it's just like, you know what, Quentin, just either shit or get off the pot on this one. I know how you normally are, but
well, actually, technically, he's only made really one movie. He's made the same movie over and over again for the last 25 years.
I don't know about that. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one. But here's my thing with this is, Quentin, who cares if you only do 10 movies? Keep doing them. Keep doing more. We need more people like you in Hollywood, whether Rob likes your movies or not. Because for you, everything would be fucking The Last Jedi and Star Trek. Just come on, you can't think that he can't do anything better than Star Trek that Kurtzman has, for fuck's sake. Anyway, Deranged Lunatic gave us $2 super chat.
Says, what about Chris Pratt wearing a racist t-shirt?
I am horseshit. Just because it says "Don't tread on me" and it was a fucking flag.
Well, okay, hold on.
Was it a Southern flag? That's my question. I guess.
No, it's an American flag.
Well, then what the fuck, you guys? You guys in your SJW freakouts don't even know.
Yeah, if they think the American flag is racist, then maybe they should.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. In my opinion,
I'm tired of it.
Okay,
it's an American flag. It's an American flag.
That's an American flag. Okay, it's an American flag, but it has the snake from the Gadsden flag on it. Okay, the Gadsden. If anyone unfamiliar, the Gadsden flag it's not so much it's not a racial thing. It was adopted by the Tea Party. And here they come right now. Come free. The Tea Party, the anti-tax people, the Tea Party. Okay. But it's not necessarily a racist thing. You know, it's like I said, it's part of a different movement. But listen, okay, it's not, the flag itself is not inherently racist. That's the thing. I mean, it's whomever. I mean, if you're a racist and you're waving it, okay, that's the way I look at it. A flag is a piece of cloth. That's all. That's all it is, really.
No different than the whole gun argument, and I don't even want to get on that really. But I'm just saying, you know, where people are like, you know, guns are the problem. No, it's not the guns that are the problem. It's the people shooting the guns that are the problem. But anyway, as far as this goes, we all know this was nothing but a ploy for JJ to get money in the first place. And I'm surprised it's gotten this far. It almost feels like a joke, Rob, you know, where like people are like, okay, we're gonna fool, and then you just get to a point where like, holy shit, we've gotten so deep into this joke, we may actually have to do what we were pretending we were gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm sure you get what I'm saying. Like,
kind of like running for president. Kind of like running for president. Oh shit, I might actually win this one.
Yeah, well, that wasn't where I wanted to go with it, but yeah, you get what I'm getting at.
I know. Yeah. From Cinema Blend, or as I call it, Cinema Bland. Will Quentin Tarantino's last movie be Star Trek? The director talks about a loophole. Quentin Tarantino's fans are largely aware of the director's plans to "quote unquote" retire from filmmaking, and this is so. And the retire thing, that's just so he can ask studios for a ton of money for a big comeback. Oh man, what the hell's going on? Here they come. You hear that, people? This is live.
He told you they were coming to get you.
They're coming to take me away. They're coming to take me away. Oh, Echo Base Network, $1.99 super chat. Over under 60% Chewbacca dies in episode 9. Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah, him and Lando. Him and Lando are gonna fly off the Millennium Falcon, and then Rey will blow it up with her mind.
I was just gonna say, you guys aren't even thinking, and you just said it. What I was gonna say, nobody's gonna die other than the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
they're gonna destroy that.
Bang. Well, anyway, Quentin Tarantino's blah, 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 blah. Okay, they seem intrigued by this story that Tarantino has a Star Trek script that he has pitched to J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot with designs to possibly direct if it were to move forward. Would Tarantino actually want to end his illustrious career on a Star Trek movie? Like, you say that like it's a bad thing. You say that like it's a bad thing. I mean, hey, Nicholas Meyer, if he never did another movie after Wrath of Khan was awesome.
Kind of a masterpiece, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's good.
We asked Quentin Tarantino that very same question when he appeared on the Real Blend podcast. Sorry about that. My allergies are acting up, people. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, his 9th film, due in theaters July 26. We will run the full interview closer to release of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but wanted to hear your thoughts on Tarantino and his 10-film plan, Star Trek, and how these concepts could collide. The minute that Quentin Tarantino mentioned a loophole, we sat up and paid closer attention because this concept of retiring after 10 films was created by Tarantino himself. And so if anyone's going to change the rules of the self-imposed game, it could be and would be him. The way he describes it actually makes sense. With Quentin Tarantino, you could just say Tarantino. Don't say his full name. With Tarantino elaborating, I guess I do have a loophole if the idea was to throw a loophole into it, which would be to go, I guess Star Trek doesn't count. I can do Star Trek. But naturally, I would end on an original. But the idea of doing 10 isn't to come up with a loophole. I actually think if I was going to do a Star Trek movie, I should commit to it. It's my last movie. There should be nothing left-handed about it. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but that might happen.
See what I'm saying? It almost sounds like he's like, yeah, this was a joke, but now we're actually this is getting real, isn't it? Oh shit. You know, I'm going to have to commit to this sooner or later. You know, you get what I'm saying? He's like talking it out as he's answering. It's like, come on, guys, this was never going to be a fucking thing. It was never supposed to be a thing. It was never going to be. And now it's getting so far because there's nothing else to talk about with him. Paramount's got nothing else. They're desperate.
It's taken a life of its own, really.
Thank you. That's what the saying I was looking for. But we did have a super chat. That's kind of why I ventured off there. We got
Orville Nation. $5 from the Orville Nation. Here's a heads up. Orville fan films are coming soon. Yes! Nice!
Well, I showed you. I sent you the game over on Steam, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good. It looks so good.
Looks so awesome.
Well, and
should be able to just download it pretty soon, right?
Yeah, it's in alpha right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then Seth MacFarlane posted something on Twitter this morning about the Orville experience at Comic-Con. So,
yeah. Well, the Orville experience is the game, but I know they've got a whole bunch of stuff over at Comic-Con too, which looks awesome. Maybe we'll go next year. I don't know.
Well, I think he's throwing it off at Comic-Con or something like that in the tweet. But
actually, we do have a little bit. We do have a little bit of Orville news. So
there's a little bit. Yeah.
Well, let's finish up the Tarantino talk real quick first. Mecca, did you even really think this is going to ever happen?
I didn't think it was. I thought it was just one of those things like when they ask Alicia Silverstone if she'd want to be Batgirl again, you know?
Right.
But now, I don't know. You know, it can't be any worse than what we got, though, right?
And I keep telling you, all you journalists out there who keep asking that, why? Why must you keep letting that poor girl think she has a fucking career? That is horrible.
Actually, the best work she's done, what she did was those pictures. Actually, those were actually
Clueless.
No, that she did some pictures for Pete. I'd rather be naked than.
So yeah, Rob. I mean, we talked about this in videos. It made more sense before. Like, okay, yeah, we're gonna make a Tarantino trick. You know, I thought at most he might do a rewrite on a script and punch up some dialogue so they could just put his name on it as an executive producer or something and a co-writer. That was how far I thought it would get at the most. And at the same time, I was willing to bet, and I'm still willing to bet money that this is never going to happen. How about you?
Nah, I wouldn't put money on it. Would not put money on it.
Well, well, go ahead. No, it's your turn.
No, because, well, like I said, it's because it was just done to drum up publicity. That's all it really was done for. I mean,
to get investors, yeah.
Yeah, just like, hey, look, we got Quentin Tarantino on board. Oh, wow, cool. Yeah, here's a check.
Well, what I was just going to say to add to, and maybe give you a little bit more here, is Tarantino is one of those where I would have a hard time seeing him do a straight remake. And if he's going to do a remake or a reboot or an update or something like that, it's probably, for some reason, I have a hard time seeing it being Star Trek. And I know he's a fan, but I could think of a million other movies and things that he would probably want to remake first, and especially if he's going to make that his last movie. But of course, I mean, he's been saying this for you. I really don't buy it. He's not going to retire either. So Tarantino's a talker, folks. If you guys haven't figured that out, he loves to talk. And he's doing a million things one week and nothing the next, is pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He's the white Guillermo
I sort of know you.
He's the white Guillermo del Toro. That's what he's a million things that never gets it done.
Yeah. But that's all right. That's all right. I mean, I think I'm to the point now where I'm just tired of seeing new Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything that's pretty fun to it, yeah, this would be fun, but haven't we been Star Trekked out? We know we've got how much coming, and we're more announced at Comic-Con because now the rumor is they got the other animated show picked up too.
Yeah, the other one, the
Nickelodeon one.
Yeah, but they're both kids.
Well, that one was already announced. I'm talking about Lower Decks.
Oh no, Lower Decks was the one that was announced.
Or was it? I thought the
Lower Decks was
He's got so damn many of them. It's like, quit, stop. It's like an ADD chihuahua just running around. And we're doing this, and we're doing this, and we're doing this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. Shut up! Oh my God, Alex Kurtzman, stop! You can't even keep these straight, and we're Star Trek people. And that's exactly how his scripts are too. They're like ADD chihuahuas. and I'm a princess, and my planet's my twin, and I was born at the same time as my planet, and I like ice cream. Oh my god, ice cream, silly Tilly. Oh my god. I know, it's just
What the
makes
hell
my
was
head explode.
She's right. Kurtzman is Bullrog. Remember the South Park episode?
It's so annoying.
You keep using the Futurama one, but I've seen the South Park episode "Fun with Weapons" so many times, and I like when Cartman's just making up his fucking powers as he goes, and he just keeps stealing everybody else's powers. And like, Cartman, you've already got too many powers. Like,
Here's the thing. Do one thing right first, okay? Before there was an MCU, Marvel got Iron Man right. And then they built off of that. That's the thing. Before you do a Lower Decks, before you do Section 31, before you do Picard, get Star Trek right first.
I think Aunt Dawn's on to something here. Here we go. Get Alicia Silverstone on the phone. Put her in the one animated show, because first before they're clueless, they're lawless teens. That is hilarious. Fucking lawless teens.
I don't want to see a stupid show about a bunch of lawless, stupid, bratty teenagers in Star Trek.
Be like Firefly and shit, base. I don't know. Just kind of.
No, they were competent. They weren't a bunch of idiot teenagers running around. I don't like teenagers. I don't like teenagers when I was one. What makes you think I want to watch a show based on a whole bunch of asshole teenagers, Kurtzman? Because they're probably all going to be idiots with ADHD, and they're all going to be they're going to have a real bad case of millennialitis, where they're just talking mumbly and disgusting. You won't be able to hear or understand any of them. It won't be lit. What will be lit will have lens flares shining at us the whole time.
I thought you were actually saying it like to be for a second until you said that. I thought you were like, quote unquote hip for the kids. Like, it won't be lit, kids. I thought that's what
it won't be. It won't have any lighting on the show. No, and these kids won't be very hip either. They're gonna be these stereotype, one of every color of the rainbow. Mark my words, you'll have one of this and one of that, and you'll have a cornucopia of representation and nothing to say with it. And that's how you're going to be marketing it, because
sorry,
you
kids.
to do
Lower Decks. It just ain't lit.
That too.
Star Trek ADHD.
That's what it is now. It is all Star Trek ADHD. Seriously, try and find a script or a transcript for one episode of Discovery where they throw 500 things at you and none of them make sense. It is just verbal diarrhea of stupid.
You know, not for nothing. I was playing Bridge Commander, Star Trek Bridge Crew, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I think they deliberately made the TOS bridge more difficult to discourage you from playing it.
Possibly.
Yeah. Look, the old ship sucks. You could barely play it. Oh, the new one. Oh, look at that. That's so much better.
Yeah, they didn't have to do it that way.
No.
But is the D better, though? Is the D the better ship, though? I think
Speaking of Ds, I think 16-bit mascot got the better title here. Lower Dicks.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be all of them are going to be high-functioning Asperger kids, you know?
And they're all going to be absolute dicks to each other. They're all going to be.
Oh my god! That means it's going to be a show full of my kid. I don't want to watch that.
I know. I don't want to. That's Michael Burnham.
They're all going to lecture, and they're all going to lecture the adults on how to be better. All right, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
We don't want to talk about Star Trek. Alex Kurtzman, thank you very much. We don't want to talk about Star Trek.
Oh, but we're going to be talking about it this weekend.
Mm-hmm. I do want to talk about. Well, anyway, speaking of Star Trek and the good Star Trek, we do get some more. Should we do the Orville news now?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Let us.
Let's stop you one more time because we got super chat. And then you can get into it.
Oh. Insane hippie insane. Warhammer 40K TV show announced based on the Eisenhorn books, The Emperor Protects. Pray that they don't mess this up. Insane Hippie, thank you for $5 super chat. I don't know anything about Warhammer. So for me, I don't know anything about War. I hate saying that, I don't know anything about Warhammer. So there's I don't know what they could mess up. So I'll make a point of learning something about it.
I think I got one of the games in a bundle that I've never played. No, nothing.
They're not people, they're hippies.
Hey, I am kind of an insane hippie a lot of the time.
I love so. I just used that clip earlier today. That's why.
They're not people, they're hippies.
That's what we need to do. Watch parties of South Park. Holy shit.
Oh god, but there's so many of us.
We could do like the movie or something. We could do like
yes, the movie especially. Yes.
Well, anyway,
Orville news. Orville Nation's excited.
Yes, Orville. The Orville earns its first Emmy nomination. All right. Woo! Yes.
That's worth me bouncing for. Bounce for the Orville.
So, the Orville, like I said, couldn't happen to nicer people. This comes to us from comicbook.com, which is the propaganda arm of CBS. The Orville has earned its first ever Emmy nomination. The season 2 episode Identity Part 2 is nominated for outstanding visual effects. Oh, and it damn well
deserves it so bad. It really deserves it for that one.
This is the episode that featured the large-scale space battle between the Kalon fleet and the combined forces of the Planetary Union and the Krill. It'll be up against Game of Thrones, boo. Man in the High Castle, Star Trek Discovery, boo. And the Umbrella Academy. This news follows the Orvilles earning 3 nominations at this year's Saturn Awards for excellence in genre fiction. Those include an overall series nomination and individual performance nominations for Seth MacFarlane and Adrian Palicki. The Orville is set 400 years in the future and follows the adventures of the USS Orville. The vessel is a mid-level exploratory spaceship with a crew of humans and aliens. Together, they face the wonders and dangers found in outer space, as well as more mundane issues that come up every day with life on a starship. Oh man.
Well, I guess Discovery did get a few nominations, but I think outside of this one, neither are in the same category because Orville's actually a TV show that's on real TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a real TV show with real actors and real visual effects you can actually see.
Well, I think the visual effects one is the only category they're in the same, because otherwise the only ones that Discovery got nominated for are all under streaming. So it's basically not even in the same category, basically, other than that. Like I said, one scene is an actual TV show. I know I'm being facetious or whatever, but no, it's kind of like, this is like, to me, it's like, really? We're still here at this point where Discovery's actually still getting nominated for shit, but whatever. Because even the critics didn't like it this year.
Well, it's got brand recognition, though. That's the thing. Like, what else are they going to nominate that people are going to have actually heard of? You got Game of Thrones and Star Trek and
The Expanse.
Yeah, but who's heard of that though? That's so niche of a niche. Which I'm not saying that to like say anything negative about it. I'm saying that as a
but also it is streaming now too. So
yeah, and it's streaming too, but it's kind of one of those shows that are like a hidden gem, right? It's one of those shows that its fan base are so extremely loyal to and really, really love, and they'll follow from Sci-Fi Channel over to Amazon. But other than its core fans, I mean, it doesn't get a lot of marketing. It doesn't get a lot of publicity. It's not well known. It's not an established property or franchise like Star Trek or something. It's its own thing. And so yeah, that's kind of why I'm like, well, it's not surprising that The Expanse didn't get nominated because it is kind of a niche of a niche. So.
I've got Emmys. Midnight Edger.
You do? Oh my. Old Man Picard. Oh, nice of you to join us, Old Man Picard.
What? Who said I was joining you in anything? I'm talking to lovely people out here. They're my Emmys. My Midnight Edges.
Yes.
Hello.
I mean, it's nice of you to join us on the show. I mean, Old Man Picard.
Fuck off, Rob. I'm talking to people.
Oh, okay. Oh, now Old Man Picard. How are things on the set of your new series?
I'm on a new series.
Yeah, yes, you're on the new show that's being produced by Alex Kurtzman, Star Trek Picard.
The vineyard and the dog.
That little puppy. I love the puppy.
Doggy.
Love dogs. And you know what else I love? Dune buggies.
Are there any Dune buggies on this show?
There fucking better be.
No, Old Man Picard. How are you and the dog getting along?
I love Puppy. Puppy and me play all day. We ride around in my vineyard on my dune buggy.
Oh, you do?
Yes, all day. You think I'm walking up and down them fucking fields? That's the kid fucking crazy.
Not Old Man Picard. Now, I understand. Did they have to do anything special for you to get you on the set every day? You know, is there any perks to being on this show?
Are you kidding me? I'm Picard. They give me anything I want. I say I want a monkey. They produce it.
That's how we got the dog. You know what they're going to do to that puppy, right? You know Kurtzman's going to do the puppy.
What?
Have you seen John Wick?
What's a John Wick? What is he going to do to my puppy?
Oh, I don't want to tell him. Do we have the heart to tell him, chat?
I don't think we should tell him. I don't think we should tell him.
Because that's the rumor going around that it's John Wick Picard now.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what a John Wick is, but don't do that to my puppy. I love my puppy.
If they do that, I will bury Star Trek. I will bury Star Trek.
The only thing that would get me back into, you know, that whole ship thing with the exploring and adventures would be if they took away my puppy.
Well,
I hope I didn't just give them any ideas.
I think you may have Old Man Picard.
Oh no!
Now Old Man Picard. Are there any? Do they have? What do you have to in your trailer on set to pass the time? I mean, certainly there must be long days for you.
Yes, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
I love Mario. That little bugger. He runs around and he jumps and he gets the mushrooms like I used to in the 60s.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I didn't think you were into that.
Well, isn't that what the game's about? He's looking for a dealer and he finally finds one and behind the brick wall and he gets a mushroom and he feels alive and big and huge and he can take on the world just like me. I miss mushrooms. They won't let me have mushrooms in the home.
Oh no! That's terrible. Oh man! Old Man Picard. I mean,
well, I had a nasty flashback and thought it was the 60s again and tried to sleep with all the nurses. And, well, the only thing that was different outside of any other day is I was running around naked painted.
Oh, okay. But Old Man Picard. Now, Old Man Picard, explain to me what would happen when you got the mushroom. What would
you never done drugs, have you, son?
No, I don't know. I tend to stay
who's done drugs. You don't ask those kind of questions because I don't fucking remember.
You don't?
No, that's why I did the drugs so I could forget everything. The 60s sucked.
Oh, they did. Did it? When you took the mushroom, did it sound anything like this?
Who's got mushrooms?
Hey, as somebody who may have traveled in time a little bit, I did spend about a decade in the 60s, and it wasn't that bad.
Old Man Picard, when the mushroom appeared, I mean, I think there's a mushroom over there behind the counter, behind the couch over there.
Ooh, I'll go get it. And while I do that, I believe Mecca wanted to talk about my favorite thing, Nintendo, besides boobies, of course, and dune buggies.
Yes, dune buggies. Old Man Picard, always nice that Old Man Picard stops by. Thank you very much, Old Man Picard.
Well, do you want
Yeah,
to read the tweet, or do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead and do your
It's just a little quickie tweet. Nintendo America has released a release date. Has tweeted out a release date for Luigi's Mansion 3. So they say, when Luigi's friends go missing on vacation, it's up to our reluctant hero to save them from the ghosts in the Last Resort Hotel. Wow, I can't see today. Join forces with Gooigi. That's the ghost version. Slam ghosts and prepare for a spooky treat when Luigi's Mansion 3 arrives for Nintendo Switch on Halloween. Wooch! Like, they've already shown footage of this and it looks awesome. They were showing it off on E3. But now we actually have a release date and it's Halloween and I'm excited.
I don't know. Guigi might be.
So
I don't know.
Yes.
Luigi might mean something else in the day of Me Too. You sure it's a ghost?
Oh yeah, it's this like green here. I'm sure, like a little green. I know it. It's this little green guy. Because actually, when I made a video about this, and I'm like, did they do a typo? No, I'm an idiot. It's a.
He tried to give me his Guigi, and I was like,
Yay! I totally forgot. I'm excited for this one because I really loved the first Luigi's Mansion. The second one, maybe not so much, but the first one I loved.
cool things, because otherwise, all that looks like to me is they cheapen out on sprites.
No, well, he's in there as well as, I think it's like your power up. He's like a ghost that you can use in parts of the game.
He's green though, so he's like a Ghostbusters ghost, like a Paul Feig ghost.
Kinda. Well, and he'll be though. They're both of them in the you have Luigi and Gooigi. It looks like I'm gonna do some more. I might do another take on my video that I already recorded because I was dumb here. Right. But yeah, like it's just like the it's like a ghost version. I think it's going to be. Well, did you ever play Skull Monkeys where you have like the fart power up where your fart cloud goes and jumps and can like take a hit like. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I think it might be like a power up here or something.
Well, okay.
Looks cool though.
Yeah, it looks cool. So what else we got to talk about? Do we?
I think that's about it. Unless there was anything else that you had, Rob.
Well, there's a story about Daisy Ridley.
Now, what the hell did she do?
Well, do we want to talk about that?
What'd she do? I don't know.
Well, Daisy Ridley had something to say about Star Wars fans.
Again.
She said, Daisy Ridley, this comes from MovieWeb, Daisy Ridley doesn't think disgruntled Star Wars fans need to be so vicious. Aw. Daisy Ridley wishes Star Wars fans would have more positive discussions revolving around the iconic franchise. 2015's The Force Awakens came out in a new era for social media and sharing opinions. While the movie, we needed the sad Hulk music for this. Do we have the sad Hulk music? Can we play that?
Not from me.
While the movie was mostly well received by longtime fans, newcomers alike, there have been more than a few diehards online who continue to bash the new sequel trilogy and everything about it. The Last Jedi has become arguably the most divisive movie in the franchise and its long history. With that being said, Ridley doesn't have time for the negativity.
We get copy strikes, so you're going to have to keep talking.
The Rise of Skywalker is set to hit theaters at the end of the year. And the Phantom Menace, led by people like Jeremy Geeks and Gamers and Uncle Ethan Van Sciver at Comic Artist Pro Secrets, are already having a field day with it. Daisy Ridley is all for fans sharing their opinions and their passion about Star Wars. But she believes there's another way to go about it. When it comes down to it, the actress wishes people be less vicious. She explains,
"It's great that people are expressive of their views, but this is people's jobs. People worked really, really hard on that. They worked really hard on that thing. I think there's a way of having discussion that isn't so vicious."
Daisy Ridley left social media after sharing an anti-gun post and getting attacked by thousands of people. The online platforms became too toxic for her. And the same thing happened with Rise of Skywalker co-star Kelly Moon Tran. BS. However, the actress believes that it goes both ways, noting there is a God complex that some people have. Well, come on. When posting things on social media and getting positive reinforcement from gaining followers and likes. In the end, she decided to leave it all behind and focus on her work. You were going to say, Tom?
I'm glad I didn't hear about this earlier because you know what, Daisy? There's a difference here. Yeah, a lot of people work really hard on these movies and they also get paid a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, bitch. How much do you make for fucking Rise of Skywalker or Brie fucking Larson for Captain Marvel? Sorry with the F-bombs here, but like seriously, you know, I don't make Hollywood movies and I'm still getting death threats from people as of yesterday. And I do not make here. I gotta put the camera on for this one. Guess what, Daisy Ridley? You know what? You can fucking pay me to stop making videos about you. You can damn well fucking pay me to stop making videos about you people. Because I do not make the kind of money you do to get the death threats and the hate that you fucking precious ass little scrawny bitches get. All right? You have just gotten on my last nerve. Daisy Ridley, Brie Larson, Lashana fucking Lynch. You look like a lunch lady. You're not a sexy Bond girl. I'm sick of every fucking one of you goddamn cunt-face actresses who get on your social media, get on your fucking high horse. You're mean to me. Fuck you. Of course we're mean to you.
She's mad now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, seriously, like legit, you're right on the money. How much money do these assholes make making this shit? Right? Oh yes, you work really hard on it. Don't you think that we work really hard for our money that we give you? You stupid bitch. Don't you think we work really hard for the money that we send? We buy your porgs, we buy your merch, we buy the tickets to the movies. Don't you think we might have a little bit of an entitlement to say how our money is being spent? Don't you think that the verbal abuse and death threats that we get are not you know a little unwarranted to protect your skinny little ass? Fucking people. Eat a sandwich, Daisy Ridley.
What don't you fucking understand?
$2 deranged lunatic. Was that Daisy Ridley or Monty Python?
Hello.
Well, you can plug your little Rob's rant now because of that.
Yes.
Like
Yes. You go.
Rob's rant.
I have a Mecca rant coming for this one too on my channel for sure.
You can go check out my Rob's rant with Daisy Ridley.
Here's the difference, Daisy. It's not like you're working at McDonald's. I know you didn't create the hamburger, but you're in it. Okay. And if the mustard tastes like shit, I'm going to take it back and complain. Sorry. At this point, I'm not trying to say you're not a human being. Yes, you're a human being, Daisy. Everybody working on these things are human beings. But when you look at Star Wars as a whole, I'm comparing it to a burger because, yes, as a whole, it's a Big Mac, okay? All the little pieces built on top of it are the characters, the stories, the special effects, all that. If something doesn't work right, we're going to complain. This takes me back to the whole thing with Discovery when, what's-his-face, Lorca, the actor.
Jason Isaacs,
like, well, if you get a bad meal, do you go yell at the chef?
Yes.
Well, maybe I don't yell at him per se, but you do send it back to the chef via the waiter.
Yeah.
To say, hey, this isn't right. Yeah.
Hey, my steak is undercooked. Can you put this up back on the fire for a few more minutes?
Of course. I mean, of course you're going to say something. Otherwise, you're not going to sit there and eat shit food. And I guarantee Jason Isaacs is the biggest hypocrite in the world because I'm sure he sent plenty of things back in his day. He seems like he'd be a snobby mofo.
Yeah.
There's a hair on my steak. Send it back.
Exactly.
There's a hair on the steak.
Oh my.
All right.
Anyway, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to diminutize anybody's jobs or anything like that. I know people work really, really fucking hard on these movies. But you know who works hard and gets no fucking credit whatsoever and gets paid dick? The people we don't see out there on the talk shows. Mm-hmm. Those people I feel sorry for. They're the ones working in a dark room for, 16, 17 hours a day just trying to get a fucking X-Wing to fly on screen. Those are the people who don't get any kind of fucking recognition at all.
All the sound editors, the engineers,
the crew members, the gaffers, all that. The guys who actually do the heavy lifting. Yeah.
Yeah, the riggers, all those guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those guys work. Those guys are in. Those guys.
Well, I'm sorry if you're an actor and you don't want people to argue. People have been arguing over Star Wars since well before you were born, honey.
Yeah. It won't stop anytime soon.
Well, anyway, they were just talking about it. I was watching. I think it was Drunk. Was it Drunk 3PO or one of the other guys? I zoom around live streams all the time when I'm hurry up and waiting for work here. And one of those guys out there, and I'm sorry if I'm misremembering who it was talking about this subject kind of in the same way. And it's like, even back when Empire came out, people used to argue on the playgrounds whether or not Darth Vader was human or a droid. Rob probably remembers this.
Mm-hmm.
Or whether or not he was really Luke's father.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because like there was that whole thing, and then everybody's like, he's not Luke's father, he's not even human, and there's all this, he's not. Yeah, it was all people would argue over the stories themselves. I mean, this is a little different now because it's become a corporate thing. It's become this big corporate thing now, and everything's being taken over by these corporations, and Disney is the only thing they've done right is let Marvel kind of do its thing, and even that, it seems like, is getting the clock is ticking on that too. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Where's my 24 sound effect? Beep, beep, beep. Anyway, all right.
Yeah, Ronan Blade says Daisy really works hard using a lightsaber. I feel so sorry for her. Yeah, she works so hard avoiding meals to squeeze into a size 0 Star Wars bland beige outfit. Everything's beige in Star Wars now. Just absolutely everything. Isn't that what Red Letter Media said? It's just all beige. Who cares?
Well, everybody's working in front of green screens. It's not like you're even doing anything.
Well, yeah, they're beige, and I actually came to the realization everything's beige in this monochrome because they don't want the colors. They don't want the colors to conflict with the green screens. It's because when you're on the green screen, when you're in front of a green screen, if you're wearing a certain color, it might blend in, and you might have the background superimposed onto the costumes. Yeah, Natasha, Space 1999 was beige as fuck. Yeah. I remember that a little bit. I remember that where the alien was charring up the bodies, was eating people. That freaked me out as a kid. Big tentacle alien. Then the guy killed it with an axe. Okay. Well, anyway. All right. Let's. Is that? John Campbell likes the female 007. I think he's crazy. Yeah, he would like it.
Yeah, he would like it. He called us a bunch of cousin humping basement dwellers. So I don't take. No, seriously, I don't take anything. He has
I know. Gampy is one of those that I tell you, I hate using the term respect, but I do respect him in a sense that he's been around. He does know his job. He's got his following. He does know shit, but Rob is right. He's wrong more times than he's right. I don't know.
I think I tweeted at him. Do you enjoy being wrong so often, or something like that? Something like that, yeah. It's just like he's all kinds of wrong. Well, anyway, I don't have anything else to say about this.
No, I think we should head on over to Mary's show. Why not?
Yeah, let's wrap. We'll send you over to Mary's. Put the link to Mary's chat, Mary's live stream in the chat. Okay, and if you like what we do, like, subscribe here, subscribe over on the main channel. Click the thumbs up, click the bell icons, and if you see something from the corporate medias, like just say like CNN, whatever, if you see channels you don't want appearing in your recommended, just click the 3 dots and say not interested, and that trains the YouTube algorithm to not recommend those.
Today it's all kids videos. It's all kids shit.
Yeah,
like Peppa Pig,
which means they made another change.
Yep, which means that the little channel growth I got was fun while it lasted. Yay! I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, like, subscribe, click the bell icon, save over to Patreon. All kinds of bonuses there, bloopers, outtakes, lost episodes, behind the edge making of videos, my 10-minute stand-up set, and more. You can support the channel for as little as $1 a month. If you don't like Patreon, you can over to Subscribe Star, and we also have a PayPal that you can support the show directly. Tom, tell them about the GoFundMe. We're getting down to the 0 hour here, man.
Down to the nitty gritty now. So if you want to help us out on the GoFundMe, don't wait. If you can, if you can't, we understand, but it's just going to help us, cover some of the expenses and stuff like that. It ain't going to be cheap, folks.
It's going to defray some of the costs is what it's going to do. Yeah. So anyway, we got all that cooking. Mecca, tell them about your channel.
Well, expect an incoming rant on Daisy Ridley's pretty soon. I've been kind of going a little anti-Disney happy with all the bad press Disney's been getting lately, so that's what's there this week. And
Yeah, speaking of, I saw Doomcock's video about how empty Galaxy
yeah, I did. I did a video on that again too.
We'll be sure. Now, I have a couple rants written. I don't know what to do first. I may write another one because people seem to like those. Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll discuss that later. Like I said, head over to Mary's channel. Check out Captain April. He needs subs. At Dawn, Willie Woodward. Check out SC Reviews. Check out Ethan Van Sciver. Check out Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Check out The Quartering. Check out Geeks and Gamers. Check out Gary Nerdrotic. Check out Doomcock, Overlord DVD. Check out all our friends. Who am I forgetting? Tom?
The Burnett Work. Did you say?
Network, yes.
Well, my singing stuff is on Patreon. I have like a stream of me being drunk and singing, and I think I'm going to put in my
I'm Professor Guggenheim.
Yes. Don't forget Professor Guggenheim.
Professor Jordan Edelstein.
That's right. Check out him too. Okay, everybody. And Old Man Picard. Thank you, Old Man Picard, for showing up when you did.
I am busy dune bugging. Fuck off, Rob.
Mindless Entertainment. Yes. Mindless Entertainment. Jessie Milestone. We like her. Check out a lot of people. Like I said, we check out a lot of people. All right, everybody. Head on over to Mary's stream. Surprise her.
Yes, she thanked me a couple times for sending all you guys over there last time. So go surprise her. She likes that.
Do I need to repeat myself?
What don't you fucking understand?
No, I don't.
We are done professionally, Rob. We are done. You are a nice guy. I like you, but we are done professionally, mate.
Oh no, I'm upset, Old Man Picard.
What? Buy me a dune buggy and I'll think about it.
Okay, all right. We'll do that. All right, everybody. Thank you for spending time with us as always. We'll catch you next time.
I'm Krispy Kreme McDonald's.